Hello and good day everyone. I'm Jerome from BSED-Science and today is April 22, 2022. And today's lesson, we will talk about anatomy and physiology. Uh, we have question here, what is anatomy and physiology? Anatomy is the study of structure associated with human body, and physiology is the study of function of each of those structures. We know that a human body, we have different organs, we have different body parts, we have different internal parts na pwede nating maisip dito kung pag-uusapan natin ay human body. But in anatomy, it talks about or it deals about the human structure itself. And in physiology, we know that we have different organs, we have different parts in our body. It talks about the function of each. And it's important to our body. Yan. Next, we have importance and application of anatomy and physiology. First, we have understand and provide knowledge about body structure and its different functions. In this first bullet, we talk about what are the basic knowledge, what are the understanding of everyone when we talk about anatomy. And first, we have to know that our body works as a system, or we have different organs, we have different parts na nag-work sila together, hindi lang sila nag-work one by one. And in anatomy, it is important that we know that this distinct organ or this part of body or system of body is work in that way. Next is useful in preventing physical injuries. When we have studied or we have acquired more knowledge about anatomy and physiology, we know that our body can be strong in this part and be weak in this part. In applying anatomy and physiology knowledge in our daily lives, we can prevent physical injuries by knowing that this can be harm our body, the outside or inside of our body. We can avoid different accident and unwanted injuries, physical injuries. Next is helps in process of rehabilitation. In the process of rehabilitation of a person with injury, we have to acquire more knowledge of what are the needs of a patient, or what are the parts of the body of a patient that needs to be treated, or what are the process that a patients need to undergo when they are taking therapy on their body. Next is used to know our capabilities and capacities in different physical activities. When we are aware of anatomy and physiology, we know that our body can and cannot do this task or this activity. We are more responsible or more knowledgeable on what are the things that we are capable of doing and or the things that we cannot do. Next is knowing the difference between male and female body. And in male and female body, we have different parts, we have different organs. Basically in or specifically in reproductive system, we have different reproductive system. They have different functions and other. Next is help in providing first aid to a person with injuries. Yan. It is important that we are aware on how to do first aid, and we have to be careful and knowledgeable on handling a person with injuries. Now we will talk about basic reference system of body organization and its application. This reference system is composed of directions, plane cavities or cavities where the body organ develops, and structural units such as cell, organelles, tissues, organs, and organ system. In for basic reference system of the body organization, it is important when we are pointing out where the pain is occurring when we are a doctor or nurse, na meron tayong pasyente, pagka hinahanap natin kung saan yung lugar, kung saan yung merong masakit, diba? Parang it is important na we know where exactly it is and we have idea on what are the possible cause of this pain when we have acquired this knowledge. And it is important then pagka tinuturo natin kung where is organs are placed, where they are what are their position or what are the organ system we have in our body. Next is the function of integumentary system in relation to different body organs. In anatomy and physiology, we are talking on the whole body system or the whole part of the body. And one of the most important body parts is the integumentary system. And where it is also the skin, where it is composed of epidermis, dermis, hypodermis, associated glands, hair, nails. In addition, it is a barrier function. This is a system performs intricate functions such as regulation of body temperature, stores blood, cell fluid, maintains synthesis of vitamin D, and protects our body in outside world. The integumentary system is the largest organ of our body that forms a physical barrier between our external environment and our internal environment that serve as protection and maintain our body. Next is, do you know how the wound heals? Wound healing is a dynamic biologic process of repairing insult to the integumentary system. It is commonly divided into three phases such as inflammatory, proliferative, and maturation. In each phase has unique cellular and substance constituent without which it cannot progress normally. In wound healing, we will notice on our skin when we have wound, una natin makikita ay yung merong mga dugo o merong dugo na lumalabas doon sa ating skin. It helps us in blood clotting. And when the blood clot are formed and the blood are stop in bleeding, the next stage we have is the inflammatory. The wound or the skin began to turn red, and it is a sign for the next stage. The next stage is where our body produce white blood cells to fight against the unwanted pathogens that coming in our wound and fight from bacteria. After a few days, the wound stop bleeding and the skin or the cells of the skin start in healing the wound. And the next stage we have is the proliferative stage, where the fibroblast cell begin to enter the wound. It causes to produce a fibrous protein called collagen in the wound site, forming connective skin tissues to replace the fibrin formed before. And then after sometimes the dermis starts to contract to close the wound. And then finally, the last stage is the skin matures and the skin starts growing itself back. The last part we will talk about is the homeostasis. It is any self-regulating process by which biological system tends to maintain stability while adjusting the conditions that are optimal for survival. Basically, when we are talking about homeostasis, it is the adjustment or the process where our body adjusts on different environment, different situation, and many more. here we have a common disorder caused by homeostasis imbalance in our integumentary system. First is the athlete's foot or the tinea pedis caused by fungal infection. Next is the boils and carbonicus caused by bacterial infections. And lastly is cold sores caused by virus. And this is our last slide, and thank you for listening.